Mental toughness. Everyone talks about it, but few truly understand what it takes. While most people crack under pressure, there are those who've learned to weather life's storms through years of handling things on their own. You see, certain personality types develop resilience not by choice, but by necessity. From a young age, these individuals often find themselves dealing with challenges differently than others. While most kids learn to rely on group support or follow the crowd, they learn to trust their own judgment and solve problems independently. This is especially true for those with a Sigma personality, not because they're born tougher or smarter, but because their path forces them to develop mental strength early on. Think about that quiet kid in school who never quite fit in with any clique, but somehow seemed unfazed by social pressure. Or that colleague who handles workplace chaos with surprising composure, not because they don't feel stress, but because they've learned to process it differently. Angela Duckworth, known for her research on grit, explains, mental toughness isn't about being invincible. It's about learning to handle discomfort in your own way. For Sigma males, this often means years of navigating challenges without the usual support systems most people take for granted. But this isn't about glorifying the lone wolf mentality. It's about understanding how certain life experiences shape mental resilience. Let's explore 6 reasons why Sigma males are mentally tougher than most, not because they're better, but because their journey demands it in ways most people never experience. Number 1. They don't play the victim card. Modern psychology points to a shocking contrast in how people handle life's unfairness. While most default to a "why me" mindset, blaming circumstances and building cases for their misfortune, others take an entirely different route. Neuroscience reveals something mind-blowing about this difference. The victim mentality actually triggers a dopamine response, that feel-good chemical in our brains. It's why complaining and blame shifting feel so satisfying. It's like emotional candy, temporarily sweet but ultimately empty. While others chase this false comfort, Sigma males operate from what psychologists call internal locus of control. It's not about being stronger or better. Their brains simply process accountability differently. Where most see roadblocks, they automatically scan for alternate routes. Watch closely when things go wrong. While most people build elaborate cases about unfairness, collecting evidence of how life wronged them, Sigma males skip this phase entirely. Their mental wiring jumps straight to solution mode, bypassing the blame game altogether. Social scientists call this radical responsibility, the rare ability to own both problems and solutions. It's not taught or learned. It's a natural extension of their independent nature. Even when genuinely wronged, their focus stays locked on what they can control. The victim mindset is like quicksand. The more you struggle against unfairness, the deeper you sink. True power isn't in proving you've been wronged. It's in refusing to let that wrong define your next move. As the saying goes, life is 10% what happens to you, and 90% how you react to it. Number 2. They see betrayal as evolution. Betrayal hits differently than other kinds of pain. It cuts deeper, lasts longer, and shakes your trust in everything. For most people, betrayal becomes a wall, something that makes them close off, shut down, and stop trusting altogether. The human brain processes betrayal in the same regions as physical pain. Dr. Robert Sapolsky's research shows that social rejection activates identical neural pathways as bodily injuries. This explains why most people's natural response is to withdraw and protect themselves. But instead of letting it become a permanent scar, Sigma males transform it into a catalyst for change. Just like forged steel, the strongest bonds are created under intense heat. And for Sigma males, betrayal becomes the heat that forges their mental toughness. Their minds naturally seek patterns and lessons in every experience. What stands out is their response pattern. While others get stuck and never trust again, Sigma males process betrayal like a software update. Each incident refines their understanding of people, sharpens their intuition, and upgrades their ability to navigate relationships. This perspective shift doesn't happen overnight. The initial pain hits just as hard. The same anger surges, the same trust issues surface. But something different happens in the aftermath. Instead of building walls, they build better filters. Brené Brown says that resilience often comes from reframing our relationship with pain. While isn't a pleasant experience, it does propel these men. Sharper instincts, clearer boundaries, and stronger judgment. Every betrayal leaves a lesson. The trick isn't avoiding the pain, it's using it to evolve. Number 3. They fight their battles in silence. Have you ever felt that gut-wrenching moment when life hits hard? When everything inside you screams to let it out, to tell someone, anyone, about what you're going through? It's human nature. Most of us need to share our pain to process it. But there's a different way. While most people seek comfort through sharing their struggles, Sigma males handle life's challenges differently. Not because they're stronger or better, but because they found their own path through the storm. One that doesn't involve venting, complaining, or seeking validation. Most people confuse this with being emotionally closed off or depressed. But depression paralyzes and drains you. A Sigma silence is the opposite. It's focused, purposeful, and action-oriented. They're not hiding from their problems. They're tackling them head-on, just without the audience. You might know someone like this. While others wear their struggles openly, he keeps moving forward quietly. His demeanor stays steady, his routine doesn't change, but he's dealing with challenges that would shake most people to their core. It's ironic. In a world where every struggle needs witnesses, where every battle needs an audience, Sigma males fight their battles in silence. They could be fighting their toughest battle, and you'd never know it. Not because they're trying to be mysterious, but because that's simply how they handle life's hits, even from a young age. The real power isn't in how many people know about your struggles. It's in how you face them when no one's looking. Number 4. They turn pain into purpose. We all face pain, setbacks, failures, disappointments. They're part of everyone's story. Most people try to avoid these feelings, to run from them or numb them away. And honestly, that's a natural response. But here's where Sigma males take a different path. While others see pain as something to escape, they've learned to see it differently. Not as some noble sacrifice or tough guy act, but as raw material for growth. Think of it like this. When most people hit rock bottom, they focus on the fall. A Sigma male focuses on what he's going to build from those rocks. Have you lost your job? Then it's time to start that business you've been thinking about. Did a relationship just end? Now's the perfect chance to focus on personal growth and self-improvement. This isn't about positive thinking or pretending everything's fine. It's about being realistic. Pain hurts, failure stings, but sitting in that hurt won't change anything. So instead of asking, "Why me?" a Sigma male asks, "What's next?" You can see it in how they handle tough times. While others get stuck in the "poor me" loop, Sigma males get quiet, get focused, and start plotting their next move. Each setback becomes fuel. Every disappointment turns into a lesson. The crazy part is that once you start looking at pain this way, it loses some of its power over you. Not because it hurts less, but because you know it's not the end of the story. It's just the setup for your comeback. Number 5. They face struggles independently, without relying on others. Life's toughest moments reveal a harsh truth. Sometimes, you're on your own. For most people, this is terrifying. We're taught from childhood to seek help, to lean on others, to build support networks. And usually, that's good advice. But Sigma males have walked a different path. Not by choice at first, but through circumstances that forced them to stand alone. Maybe it started in childhood, or during those crucial teenage years. Somewhere along the way, they learned that help isn't always available or reliable. Think back to your own challenging times. Did people step up when you needed them? Some did, some didn't. That's just human nature. But for Sigma males, these experiences taught them something harsh. The only person you can truly count on is yourself. Psychologists call it learned self-reliance, when early life experiences teach someone to depend primarily on themselves. Daniel Kahneman explains it like this. Some individuals develop a unique neural pathway for handling stress. Instead of seeking external comfort, their minds automatically begin mapping solutions. It's not better or worse, just different. Many people think Sigma males are antisocial or completely reject help, but they don't understand a simple truth. At life's most critical moments, you might have to face things alone. Instead of seeing this as scary, Sigma men have turned it into a source of strength. The world tells us we need constant support to succeed. But sometimes the strongest growth happens when no one's there to catch you. That's not sad or lonely. It's just a different kind of strength. Number 6. They control their reactions, not their environment. Our brains are wired for quick reactions. It's an ancient survival mechanism. When something threatens our comfort zone, emotions flood in fast. Heart races, muscles tense, thoughts scatter. It's automatic, instant, and often overwhelming. Most people ride this emotional wave wherever it takes them. A canceled plan ruins their day. A critical comment ruins their week. A life setback feels like the end of the world. Their inner state becomes a mirror of their outer circumstances. Sigma males show a different pattern in processing these same triggers. Leading research in emotional regulation points to a key difference: the gap between stimulus and response. It's not about feeling less. It's about what happens in that crucial moment after the feeling hits. Think of it like driving. Most people let emotions take the wheel, steering them wherever feelings flow. A Sigma male stays in the driver's seat. The same emotions hit, the same impulses surge, but something different happens next. Viktor Frankl, a renowned psychiatrist, named this the space between stimulus and response, that tiny window where choice still exists. For Sigma males, this space becomes their power zone. While others get swept into immediate reactions, they pause, assess, then choose their move. The real difference shows in daily life. Same triggers, same initial emotional surge, but a completely different outcome. Not from suppressing feelings, but from controlling that crucial space between feeling and action. When life throws a curveball, true power isn't in controlling the pitch. It's in controlling your swing. If this video resonated with you, consider subscribing to our channel for more content on the Sigma personality and other related topics. Don't forget to hit the like button and let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you for watching. And as always, stay strong and keep evolving.